Welcome to Verbal Peak Radio, where we give you a verbal image of life, and we are everyday. People like to welcome you all to the show. Like today, we're going to explain why Tupac claimed and saw himself as an outlaw. And wow, it stated so well on Fargo. Now, Fargo is Chris Rock's series that's on Hulu, and it's based off a true story, and he's playing the mob character. You know, you had the Hebrew mob, you had the Irish mob, the Italians, and the blacks. And I just want to play something for you guys to give you an understanding on the way for white folks, well, really for black people, on the way how white society sees us, but then on a note for white people to show them why we respond the way that we respond. Right here on Verbal Peak Radio.
You know why America loves a crime story? Because America is a crime story. But here's the rub. When we hear a crime story, who do we root for? Not the poor sap that got taken, the victim. No. We root for the taker. The guy with the gat. See, this country loves a man. Takes what he wants. Unless that man looks like you. Capiche? See, Johnny Society looks at me. They see a fella that's using crime to get ahead. But you, all they see is crime. And that's why you're gonna lose. Because I can take all the money and pussy I want and still run for president. But you, it's always gonna be the rope. Tell them it's time to surrender.
Tell them it's time to surrender. But with us, it's always going to be the rope, right? So I'm sitting there, right? I'm listening to Pop. The life we live as thugs, everybody fucking with us, but can't they see it's hard to be a man running with your guns in hand? Why explain the game? Niggas ain't listening, stuck in position. If you can't stand the heat, stay the fuck out the kitchen, right? Saying, look, okay, we want to evolve into our fullest potential, but yet at the same time, we watching over our shoulders, we carrying gats, shootouts, shooting at people, being shot at, gang warfare, always on the go. And so how can you expect the evolution into full adulthood with that type of mentality under this type of system, right? So Tupac came up with something, Thug Life or Outlaw Immortals, meaning that, hey, if this is the system that we have to play within, and this is the hand that we dealt with, then live free. Go for what you know, because you're going to die anyway. That's better than being up under someone's tyranny, being up under someone's dictatorship. So those who have an outlaw mentality, they just go for the goal. Because people will say, well, look, in this white supremacist society, the colonizer will always view you as a slave. But then the outlaws say, well, not me. I'm born free, and I'm going to die free, even if I die at an early age. But I'm going to have me so much fun and live so much life to the fullest, right? To where whenever they do come, I didn't miss a beat. I didn't live under this shadow of depression and stressed out and headaches and, oh, the white man coming, put your hands on the steering wheel, he's gonna kill you. You know, what took place in Philadelphia with Walter Wallace Jr., right? His family came out and forgave the police officers because they stated that they was just doing their job and working with what they had to work with, and they were under ill-informed or whatnot, ill-equipped to handle the job. So this was the said outcome. Another young black man murdered in the streets of America. Right. I mean, what can you say? What can you say? You know, meaning you suffered from a manic depression, also bipolar. Your intent was to call an ambulance, to have someone come and intervene and take him into an institution where he can receive the proper care. But yet the police came. The police states that, hey, we don't have tasers. All we have is our service weapons. And so the only option we have when a young man comes at us with a knife is we open fire 10 or 12 times and kill Mr. Walter Wallace Jr., right? It's like, wow, okay. Now, when the psyche of society sinks that low, and that's the best they're telling you that we can do or that they could have done in that situation, it tells you, one, the mindset of the citizens in the country, right? The fact that they don't have any type of critical thinking skills, that the only thing that they can do is resort to murder, bag him up, case closed, let's move on to the next. I feel sorry for anybody that's out there that suffers from any type of mental ailments, and for any family members who have to call the authorities to deal with the situation, because too many times we know what the outcome is. Right. But it shows you the downward spiral of this society. Right. But I can understand. If you go 465 odd years of racism and oppression and within this country, right? And within those 465 years, there's no empathy for the victim. You know, everybody just pass you by and like, yeah, whatever. It happened, get over it. But then they can run a parallel situation such as the Holocaust, and everyone is, it was so bad, it was horrific. You know, we need museums, we need aid. You know, we need to track down the last remaining members of the Nazi Party. We got to make sure this never happens again. And you got a community saying, hey, we built this country. What about our pain and our empathy? And the response is, nobody's really concerned about you. Get it together. Why don't you focus and build something for yourselves? But don't bore us with your horrific tale of what you've been through. Yeah, we know about MOVE, and we know about Black Wall Street, and we know about the Devil's Punch Bowl in Natchez, Mississippi. We know about all that. We know about all the horrific and horrendous treatments and murders that was killed by the colonizer upon the heads of black men, black women, and black children. Yeah, we know about it. But, you do something about it. It's not really in our best interest. We're not really looking at it. We going to keep on moving, right? Whenever society gets to that level, then you'll see all kind of You open up Pandora's box, you know, where they says no justice for one means there's no justice for all. Whole lot. And you're starting to see it. You're starting to see it. And I think it'll break the people who have that racist mindset. It'll crack at their psyche to admit, okay, look, this racism thing is not working because we're being swallowed up into it as well. We need to reverse course or do something to set things right. But pride gets in the way. The pride is saying I'm not. The pride is restricting them to do what's right. So now we at a standstill. And people are starting to look for ways to heal themselves or to right the wrong themselves. Meaning people stop looking up to government, to Washington, saying, hey, y'all need to do something. People are saying, you know what? We've been waiting and waiting. We heard all the good speeches. We seen all the great marches. We sat down at the table and we threw back and forth ideas and ideologies and solutions of what we should do and what we shouldn't do. And it comes to a point to where, okay, look, now it becomes justice or else. That's the new slogan, right? But why? Why justice or else? Why did it get to that point, right? Why people are saying, you know what, I'll be free by being an outlaw because this country is making it very clear that there's only so much room for me, right? But if I become an outlaw, then you know what, anybody gets in my way, I'm going to let them have it even if I got to have it. You know what I mean? They going to get it even if I'm going to get it. But at least I'm finna enjoy the sun. I'm finna enjoy life. I'm finna have me some fun. I'm finna move around. That was the mindset of Tupac. He like, yay, but that takes a lot, man. That takes a lot of courage. A lot of people talking, but it takes a lot of courage to just live your life with your chest exposed and go about your business in your day in a society such as this when they want to push your chest back in. You know how they used to tell you, take that bass out your voice, boy, when you talk to me. That they felt like you were trying to. They were so afraid and so envious at the power of the voice, they couldn't stand to hear it. Right? All kind of little rules, that they had to make themselves seem superior and to try to implement an inferiority complex upon the black male, right? And in 2020, everybody knows the game. Everything's been exposed. Everybody knows all the tricks. Everybody knows the reason why the tricks was done. Everyone knows why it was done. Everybody even knows the solution. Everybody knows what needs to be done. The final step is to get up enough guts and gumption to go do it. That's the last step. Right? The colonizer even knows what needs to be done for black people. He know he's not gonna aid, he's not gonna assist you. But he knows what you need to do in order to be free. He actually trying to see if black folks got the courage to free themselves. But he's not going to let up and stop doing what he's doing. Now, police brutality been going on even when Obama was in office, went on while Trump was in the office. It was going on when Bush was in office. It's been going on. It didn't matter who the president was. Black folks still getting killed in the streets. Money still wasn't trickling down to the inner cities. No matter who is president. I don't think Hell, I don't think whoever win this election, things are going to change. They're just switching out heads of a corporation, to carry on the agenda, or who can better deliver the agenda to the American people where they can swallow it a little better. That's all. Still the game. The game is still the game. Everybody knows. It's been going on for so long. It's no secret, but it is what it is. That's why on this show, Verbal Pick Radio, we give you the real. We ain't got time to hide nothing, sugarcoat nothing, because you're dealing with intelligent beings. You're dealing with man, woman, and child. You're dealing with people, higher intellect, that can sit down and plot a course through these murky ethers themselves. They can sit down and say, you know what, this is what we need to do. Let's move. We understand that we understand the reason why you don't want us to move. We get that, but our salvation is not dependent upon the colonizer, right? Because we understand who the Creator is, because we was created by the Creator, so we understand the Creator, so we fear the Creator more than we do man. That's just logical. So, it's wild. But what I played for you all on that Fargo movie, Chris Rock's new series, Fargo, as he stated, white people in society see white people using crime to get ahead. But when they see you, black folks, you are the crime. Look, in their eyes, not that you are the crime. No, don't take it as, man, wow, I'm the crime. No, that's not what they're saying. They saying, through the eyes of white folks, no matter what you do in America, white people will always see you as the crime, or as super predators, or as the crime bill, or as 3 strikes and you're out, or as the Central Park 5. That's just how they see it. That's how. And not all. I would be less than intelligent if I said all white people thought that way. I know better. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that there's a good number who think like that, and then out of those who don't think like that, there's a percentage who would stand up and say something, and then there's also a percentage who will be quiet because they don't want to get involved. That's all I'm saying. And I'm just saying that we bear, the black and brown know this, the Hispanics know this as well, how they get treated and looked upon. And we got the same problem that the Hispanics have. The Hispanics, some of them don't like the Hispanics that's newly coming over here from Mexico. They're embarrassed by them, and some don't want to speak Spanish because they want to blend in American society. Some don't want to learn their culture or their history. So black folk, we go through the same thing. Some you say, "What's up, brother?" I ain't your brother. Some you got some black people who actually want to be white, and they try to dye their hair blonde or whatever, not for stylish purposes, but to try to fit in. You got some Hispanics who would dye their hair blonde and try to speak without the accent to try to, do their best imitation of being white. We got the same issues and problems. One is speaking Spanish, one is speaking English. You know what I mean? It's the same. It ain't no difference, bro. Believe it. And through the eyes of the colonizer, he don't see he treats you the same way across the board. You just want him, or you would do anything hoping that he would give you a special treatment or put one above the other, and it's not gonna happen. Sorry to let you all know, but it's not gonna happen. So that's what that is. So Tupac was like, man, look here, man. We outlaws. Hey, Pac went out like an outlaw. I'm rolling. Hey, it is what it is. If I'm gonna be in the Americas, I'm gonna live the life of an outlaw. While you got others, because it's different mindsets. Now you got other mindsets who saying, well, you think I'm gonna go through this political route and try to gain a complete and total freedom within this system. We're gonna do it through the political realm, and and they saying, well, it's taking some time, because that approach been going on since before Reconstruction, right? But then you see what happened after Reconstruction. Then you got those who saying, well, I'm gonna be free. I'm gonna take the entertainment route, get as much money as I can, and then they'll see me as an equal. But ask the entertainers, they'll tell you, they'll tell you how it go now. They'll tell you how hard it is in land roles and the difference in the pay grade, and everybody knows the game. That's all I'm saying. But I just want to lace that on you, because you got to make up your mind as a people, the taste. How bad do you want to taste that total, true, and complete freedom? And it just starts with the changing of the mind. It don't start with you not, trust me, you're not going to gather up enough weapons to deal with the force, with the opposing force. But the power of the mind to say, hey, being it is, I'm finna start living, acting, expressing my freedom, even if it kills me. I'm finna enjoy peace. I'm gonna be peaceful. I'm gonna have enough peace around me. I'm not gonna be the aggressor, but I will fight with those who fight with me. That Malcolm approach, that Farrakhan approach, that Army Elijah Muhammad approach. I'm not gonna be the aggressor. I'm a peaceful and law-abiding citizen. I'm enjoying life, man. I'm enjoying my family, but don't come and stick your chest out and try to be aggressor against me and tap what I work straight out the bag. But you all just kick that one around, kick this one around. This was more of a just me just venting than actually doing the show, because every now and then I do that. But shout out to C, Snare Smith. What's up, C? Shout out to Rock Conscious and Low Key and 8-Tone Productions, Cisco. What's up, Sabrina, Love Model, Laura Nicole, what's the word? High frequency in the building. It definitely don't stop. Verbal Peak Radio. We're out.